So this week's topic of Amuna Mondays was aiming to evolve while not settling to change. And before we begin, the class is dedicated to a couple names. I'll say them now and I'll repeat them at the end as well. So it's in honor of Refuah Shalema for Ora Bat Shena, as well as Leah Lilach Bat Sarachana. May both of them have a speedy and full immediate recovery. And Lule Nishmat for Yaakov Tzvi ben Moshe Avram, Gabrielle Masauda Bat Sarah, and Roger Asher ben Marcel. May all their neshamas have the ultimate aliyah. So the reason I chose the topic of aiming to evolve while not settling the change was because at first it might seem that they're completely similar, like they're exactly alike, like evolving and change. What's the difference? It sounds like it's the exact same thing, but the truth is, it's a massive thing that I've experienced in my personal life, as well as been hearing from others in regards to how they feel from the receiving end of it, and then on the end of being the one that's going through it as well. So it's going through it and then the receiving end of it. So it's the ones that are dealing with it and the ones that are being involved in it and experiencing it from the outside point of view. And the thing is, it's so many people, especially in relationships, will hear and talk about the word change. Like, no, I don't want to change for anybody. I don't want to change for you. I don't feel like I should have to change. You should accept me for who I am. All those various things. And again, all those things are very true. You're correct. But when it's true, but the thing is, you have to understand what change is. And why is change being so frowned upon? As I won't change for you. I don't want you to change. Or you have to accept me for who I am. All these things, it's really because change is temporary. That's the truth. Nobody wants change. Nobody likes change. You just don't. It's not something that is like looked at and like wowed. It's actually something that people are scared of. It's a fear of change. There's an actual fear about it. And why is that? It's because it's temporary. I don't want somebody to change for me because it's like they're only changing because it's me. They're only changing because I'm in the picture. And at the same time, nobody wants to feel like they're changed. At the end of the day, it's like if a guy likes a girl, he hears about everything that she likes and this and that, all of a sudden he finds himself, quote unquote, let's say, changing. And slowly watching the certain type of movie because she likes this thing or this and that. And slowly but surely, if he's not doing it for him for the right reasons and of actual interest on his end, what he wants to do, especially when it comes to growth in Judaism or growth in anything, then yeah, it would feel like change, like wow. And eventually it can be a year, it can be a month, it could be 2 years, it could be 10 years. Eventually they're going to feel like they're being consumed by this quote unquote change. And it's like, this isn't who I am. I can't even identify myself. This is this. And then all of a sudden there's like a resentment towards the cause of and the reason behind why the change was even in play. And it just blows out of proportion. You see it all the time, especially when exiting relationships. A lot of people say like, this isn't who I am, blah, blah, blah. I don't feel comfortable in blah, 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 all these things. As well as the person that's was in the relationship afterwards, just like wow, they suddenly changed. Now that's like we broke up and they're going back to their old ways or doing this and doing that. And the truth is because they were just changing. And it's not saying that that's an issue, but it's just saying on both ends, it's save both ends the struggle and the heartache by looking at it from the point of view of the goal is to evolve. It's not to change. My goal is not to change. I don't want you to change for me. I don't want to change for you. I want to evolve with you. And the difference is one is progressive and one is pretty sudden. Change is just like, oh, I want to change. Boom, 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 attempting it. Okay, it might come across really like, wow, this is amazing in the beginning. But as time goes on, it's slowly going to consume and then it catches up. And then again, actions speak louder than words. All of a sudden, they found themselves right back to where they were, or backtracking themselves based on something. And it's just like, why? What was the trigger? And the trigger it was never intent. There was never an actual basis behind it, other than the thing that or the goal. And once the goal is accomplished or reached, or felt like it's accomplished or reached, they then start lacking on that end. Like, okay, I don't have to put up this whole facade. I don't have to do this, as opposed to if somebody's evolving, you understand, yes, change is part of evolution. You're part of it. But at the same time, you also understand this is who I am. This is the part of the process. It's an entire process. Evolution is not overnight. It's completely a process, but it's also acknowledging each step of the way. You can acknowledge day by day, but you overall are looking at what's the beginning, what started it in the beginning and how it's forming in the process, and then how it's looking at right now. Like, it's a whole process to it. So in a relationship, nobody should be changing for the person. No, evolve with them. Choose somebody that you want to evolve with, which means there's still something, there's an aspect, like, let's say if it's religion aspect, I want to grow. This person brings out the best in me in growing, so I'm going to grow with them. You know, it's not, oh, this person wants a religious person, so I'm going to do this. Because I'm telling you right now, it's going to wither away. It's going to wither away. And then on top of that, when it doesn't work out and you see them backtracking, the one that was involved is just like, wow, like left there in the background, like, wow, this is the saddest thing, or this, that, it was all fake, this, that. And it doesn't have to be like that. Technically, it was not fake. They had the right intent, they just didn't have the right basis to maintain it. And the right basis is the concept and understanding that it's evolving. It's embracing the past, the future, and the present. And that is where you're holding, okay, and what am I looking for tomorrow? And where am I going to end up? Boom, boom, boom. It's all process. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's very accepting to realize this is a person. But some people and most people just tend to want that quick result, and the quick result is change. Evolution is not quick, you know. Embrace the early stages, and embrace the honeymoon phases of a relationship. Embrace the new aspect of a job and the process to learn the job. At first, in the beginning, you're super rocky, you might not be the best employee, but give it a couple of years, give it some time, give it some experience, some heartache, some ups and downs. Next thing you know, you are the best. You are the best. Not just the best, but probably owning it at some point, you know. And it's all part of the process. It's gradual, and that's really what it is. It's that evolution is gradual and change is sudden. And easy come, easy go. When it's sudden, it might come really quick because, oh, I'm changing. But at the end of the day, it's also going to go pretty quick. So that was pretty much the topic for this week's Moon Monday class. If anyone has any questions or comments, feel free to let me know. And again, the names are Refuah Shalema for Ora Bat Shena, as well as Leah Lilach Bat Sarachana. May they both have a speedy, immediate recovery. And Alule Nishma for Yaakov Tzvi ben Moshe Avram, Gabrielle Masoud Bat Sarah, and Roger Asher ben Marcel. May all their neshamas have the ultimate aliyah. Thank you.